Hey guys, this is Clinton Jeff from UnleashThePhones.com, and this is my review of the Xiaomi Mi Power Bank. Now usually when somebody asks me about a power bank recommendation, I always tell them to be a little careful with the really cheap power banks, because usually that price tag is too good to be true. But then Xiaomi came along and they're selling a 10,000 mAh battery for just rupees 999 on Flipkart, which is way cheaper than any competitor's power banks. In fact, I don't even think you can get like a 2000 mAh power bank for that same price. It was so cheap that I totally had to get one because I need one power bank to replace the many other tiny mAh power banks that I have lying around. First up, in terms of design, there's not much to talk about the Mi power bank. For a device at this price range, it's very well built, and there's a casing that is CNC machined from a single piece of aluminium. That material is then anodized to make it lightly textured enough so that it is somewhat grippy. And if all that wasn't enough, Xiaomi also says that the surface of the Mi power bank is both corrosive and water resistant. It can also apparently withstand a pressure limit of 50 kgs, and it's apparently passed a 300-time rub test, but I'm not exactly sure what that is. Basically, all this means that the Mi power bank should definitely withstand your daily usage, and you can just throw this into your backpack or purse whenever you're done using it. Now, to assure users that the Mi power bank is a quality product, Xiaomi has also tested the micro USB port for 5,000 insertion and removal cycles, and the bigger USB port has been tested for 1,500 cycles. And if that wasn't enough, they have also posted electrostatic discharge testing results, and there's also a built-in temperature control mechanism so that the power bank doesn't get too hot while it's charging or recharging. There's also protection from short circuits. There's also a circuit to prevent voltage surges from affecting any device that you're charging with the power bank. And there's also protection from overcharging or over discharging as well. Phew. So it's needless to say that the build quality of this thing is very impressive, especially at that price tag. It's all curved around the sides, as you can see, but the top and the bottom is flat with a bit of plastic around there. The edges are really flat though, so this might get a little dinged up in your backpack or your purse, depending on where you keep it. One end has a regular USB port which you use to charge your other devices with. There's also a micro USB port which you use to charge the Mi power bank. There's 4 LED indicator lights, and there's also a little button here which will tell you how much battery charge is left in the Mi power bank. The other end just has a couple labels telling you what the specs are. As you can see, there's a giant 10,400 mAh sign over here. The Mi power bank also comes in a slightly cheaper and slightly smaller 5,200 mAh package, which is even more affordable than this. The buttons are all pretty self-explanatory. Each of the 4 indicator lights indicates a 25% charge, so you know that the Mi power bank is fully charged when all 4 indicator lights are lit up. There's also no power button here. The Mi power bank automatically switches on when you're charging something, which is pretty convenient because many times I've connected my chargers but forgotten to switch them on. The included micro USB to USB cable is about 16 centimeters long. You'll need this to charge the Mi power bank, and you'll also need it to charge other devices with the Mi power bank. Apart from that, the size of the power bank is a little bit large. It's not huge by any means, but it measures 90.5 by 77 by 21 millimeters, which is kind of chunky. It also weighs in at about 250 grams, which is kind of heavy as well. But honestly, for that mAh rating, it's not too bad a sacrifice at all. In fact, if you want something slightly lighter, you can always get the 5,200 mAh power bank instead. This can easily fit into a back pocket, and you can even maybe fit it into your front pocket of your shirt. But this is more meant to be dumped into your backpack or purse. Which brings us to performance. As you can guess from the name, the 10,000 mAh Mi power bank has a 10,000 mAh battery inside. The lithium-ion battery is rechargeable, and apparently it's sourced from either LG or Samsung. According to Xiaomi, the Mi power bank can recharge the Mi 3 smartphone's 3050 mAh battery about 2.5 times, or you can recharge the 1560 mAh battery on the iPhone 5s about 4.5 times. Heck, you can even recharge the iPad mini's 4490 mAh battery about 1.5 times. I was able to recharge my HTC One M8 about 4 times with still some battery to spare in the Mi power bank. The Mi power bank can also go up to 21 amps, which is really useful in case you want to quickly charge up your tablet or you have a smartphone that can charge that fast. You can find out more about the input and output charging power over on the blog post. Nonetheless, if you're using a 2 amp adapter, the Mi power bank should charge up fully in about 5 hours. If you're using a 1 amp adapter, it should take about 10 hours to recharge this thing fully, which is a long time, but considering the mAh, it's something that you would just have to charge up overnight while you sleep. So to conclude, do I recommend the Mi power bank? Hell yeah, I do. This thing is amazing for that price tag. As suspicious as I was about that price tag, everything checks out too. In fact, the only thing I wish the Mi power bank had was one more USB port so I could charge another device with it. But at this price tag, you could just buy 2 Mi power banks and strap them together, and there you go with 2 USB ports. If you're an Android device owner or a Windows Phone device owner, I'd highly recommend picking up the Mi power bank. It's really affordable. If you're an iPhone owner, you'll have to use your lightning cable because the Mi 3 does not come with the lightning cable in the package. Honestly, I just can't think of a reason not to get one. I'd highly recommend picking up the 10,000 mAh battery version, but if you're on a really tight budget, you can get the 5,200 mAh battery, which is even cheaper. All in all, I'm just glad that I have one power bank to carry around now with me. As always, guys, if you have any questions about the Mi power bank, you can let me know in the comment section below, or check out the blog post over at unleashthephones.com. And of course, if you like this video, maybe hit that like button, maybe subscribe because that would be appreciated, and thanks for watching.